All right, last bit of the notes, all right? And you guys have been rocking this out of the water with me. It says if a tangent is secant and two secants or two secants intersect in the exterior of a circle, then the measure of the angle formed is what? Now, here's the deal. This is called a secant tangent. This is called a tangent tangent, and this is a secant secant angle. But look where the vertex is, outside the circle. But also looking at this, I want you to look to see, well, how many arcs do I have between the two sides here? Notice I'm going to get two. I'm going to get the smaller one, and I'm going to get the bigger one. And that happens for every single one of these. So you could literally mark them all, and I'm going to do that real quickly. And my pen just went here, so here we go. Those are my two intercepted arcs. And what I'm going to call them their measures. I'm going to call this one x degrees, x degrees, x degrees. I'm going to call this one y, y, y. And the thing is, I can't quite do the same like I did with the interior ones, and I always think it's on the outside, like I'm missing the mark, and when you miss a target, you get less points or they're taken away. And so when you work with these, the way you find this, the measure of the angles on the outside like this, is the fact that it is half the difference of its intercepted arcs. Now here's kind of the cool part behind that. So I'm just going to mark them on there. Just always remember the arc farthest away from the angle is going to be the largest, and the one closest will be the smaller ones. Now, working with this, let's go ahead and see if we can get the measures of these angles and arcs and the relationships, because we're just going to plug it in the way that they are. I'm looking for this angle, and it's on the outside. So I have two intercepted arcs. One's 87, the other one's what? 7. So we know x is 1/2 their difference. So I get 1/2 of 80, which equals 40 degrees. So x is 40 degrees. Okay, let's do the next one. And that was by two secants. Now I have a tangent and a secant. And the other day I was asking someone, what should you mark right away? They go, a right angle. I'm like, no radius drawn, no right angle. But I know it's on the outside. So again, I have my two intercepted arcs, and it's on the outside, so I take their difference. So x degrees is 1/2 of 200 minus 74. So 1/2 of 126, and so that's going to end up being 63 degrees. Now the next one, if you notice, I actually know the angle, but I still have, I'm looking for an intercepted arc. Well, here's the deal. Use the same formula and just plug in what's missing. Because I know the angle is 1/2 their difference, I can go 1/2 of 83 minus x. Now, don't forget, in order to solve this correctly, you're going to have to multiply 2 to both sides to get rid of that fraction. So when you do that, you get 50 is equal to 83 minus x. Now, because remember, those simplify out, I'm going to add, actually subtract 83 from both sides. The parentheses don't need to be there in this case, so that was my fault. But you get a negative 33 equals x, negative x. But to get rid of the negative, you multiply or divide both sides by negative, and you get x is equal to 33 degrees. To double check, you would literally just go, make sure I did my math correctly, 20, did I just do my math totally wrong? I'm double checking, 83, I got 50 there, so subtract 83, 33. Yeah, I'm actually feeling pretty confident now. I had to double check myself, but it's 33 degrees. Now, the last one, the reason why I want to show you, it's because of how it's used. It's a tangent one, and they only give you one of the arcs, but you should be able to realize, you should be able to get the other arc, because what do the two intercepted arcs add up to? This arc and then the outside one. They add up to 360, so if this is 225, and I need to get 360, that's going to be 105. And they're asking you to solve for the measure of that angle. Well, the measure of angle ACB is just going to be 1/2 their difference, because where's the vertex located? Outside of 225 minus 105. So it's 1/2 of 120, and it equals 60 degrees. All right, guys, now the best thing I can tell you is to create a cheat sheet with these, and you'll be able to do a great job.